Good evening, everybody. It's Charlie, and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's had a great day so far. As always, it's the night before the game, guys, which can only mean one thing. It's time for your match preview ahead of Stoke against Leeds at the Bet365 Stadium tomorrow evening for an 8 o'clock kickoff on Sky Sports. Just before we get into the preview in more detail, as always, make sure you're smashing a like on the video. It really does help get the video out there to more people. Please subscribe if you are brand new. Hit the notification bell, and of course, get all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below for how you think this game's going to go, your score predictions, your goal scorers, and all that jazz. So then, Stoke City. Now, I'll be honest, I had a look at their lineup against Sunderland from the weekend, and I didn't really recognise any of the names. They currently sit about, I think it's 20th in the league, which tells you everything that you need to know. This is a game that Leeds United should be winning and winning comfortably, in my opinion. I do think we'll win the game, but obviously it's Leeds, so it probably won't be as straightforward as that. But it is definitely a team that Leeds United should be beating in this league, as are Huddersfield at the weekend as well. We need to be getting 2 wins out of these next 2 games, guys. You know, we've got Leicester next Friday, which will be a huge task, one that I think we're capable of doing, of course, but you know it's a different level of opposition in this league, isn't it, by quite some distance. Stoke obviously coming into this game on the back of a 2-1 win against Sunderland, quite surprisingly at the weekend. Sunderland are a bit up and down at the minute, aren't they? But it was still a surprise to me to see that Stoke had beaten them with the talent that Sunderland have got. So, you know, we can't underestimate them by any stretch. I think anybody can beat anybody in this league. But as I said at the beginning, this is definitely a team that Leeds United should be beating. And coming off the back of the Norwich win, you know, confidence will be sky high. You know, to come back from 2-0 down and win, especially away from home as well, takes some doing. So, you know, you have to respect it. I'll be interested to see if Daniel Farke does make changes. You know, I did do my predicted 11 last night, and the press conference was today. Judging by what he was saying in the press conference, I think Phil Hay was saying that it wouldn't be a surprise to see Archie Gray start the game tomorrow, which will be a bit of a surprise. You know, he played a lot of football in the international break and then played pretty much the whole game on Saturday. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see Luke Ayling come in for Archie Gray just to give him a bit of a rest. But if he plays, then it is a testament to how well he is doing this season and how much faith Daniel Farke and his coaching staff have in him at such a young age. You know, one thing that definitely needs to be improved in this game is our defensive display. I thought in the first half against Norwich, the defence was quite shaky. We definitely need to work on set pieces because set pieces from the last few coaches, the last few years, we've just never seemed to be able to defend set pieces well or confidently. I think the keeper looks a bit shaky at times. The defence does. It seems like nobody seems to know who's picking up who. So that definitely needs improving for tomorrow night, because it doesn't matter who you come up against. If you are vulnerable from set pieces, you can definitely be exploited. And I bet Stoke are a team that can definitely... Well, I imagine Stoke will be a team that when they're preparing for this game, will be having a look at how vulnerable Leeds United can be from set pieces and thinking that they can exploit us there maybe, and that is their way into the game. But I do think we'll have too much for Stoke City in this game. I think Leeds are starting to gather real momentum now. And as I say, if we can win tomorrow, if we can win on Saturday, you know, that puts us in really good stead going into the Leicester game next week. And, you know, I'm sorry, I looked at the Stoke team the other night and I just can't see anything other than a Leeds United win in this one. If we don't, you know, a point isn't good enough against Stoke City. It really, really isn't. Unless there's like a sending off like there was against Hull or something like that. You know, then I will be really disappointed if we don't get all 3 points in tomorrow's game, and it'll just kill a bit of that momentum that's been building over the last few weeks. You know, we're 3 wins in a row now. If we can make it 4 in a row tomorrow, that would be very good going into Huddersfield on Saturday. I think Yol Perot, I want to see more. I want to see more from him in this game, 100%. I think, you know, against Norwich, he has that opportunity, which let's be honest, he should be scoring. Other than that, wasn't in the game as much as I would have liked. Maybe, you know, Stoke, a lesser opposition in this league, maybe he can have more of an impact. He can drop deep, receive the ball, maybe start some counter attacks, and hopefully finish some of them off as well. I think Rutter needs to start taking some more chances as well. Look, I've been very impressed with Jorginho Rutter this season, 100%. And he is, you know, game by game, he's getting better. But there are a few instances when he has opportunities where he doesn't score them. I'm thinking the one against Bristol City where he's in front of the goal and he puts it over the bar. You know, just little things like that that I think he could really improve on. Somerville, if he can continue the run that he's on as well, that would be brilliant. I would drop Dan James for this one. I did say it in my predicted 11, and I'd bring either Nonto or Jaden Anthony in for him just to give him a bit of a breather. The back four, like I said, the only change I could potentially see being made is Gray being dropped for Luke Ayling. But other than that, I think the team should remain the same. You know, Ampadu and Kamara in the midfield, I think, is starting to form a real partnership. Could he put Gruev in there? You don't know. Maybe he's thinking of a change in midfield. You know, I think we need to see a bit of Gruev and just see how he is and what he's about. I'm sure he's a very good player, but I just feel like we need to see him properly before we make any real judgment. Do I think he'll put Gruev in tomorrow? No, I don't. But Leeds, you know, as long as we're bang on it on the transition, on the counter attacks, and the defensive unit is solid, then Leeds should win this game comfortably tomorrow, in my opinion. And the score prediction that I am going for is 2-0. I think we'll keep a clean sheet. I think, you know, as I said, 2-0 might not sound as confident as I'm sounding, but I don't think it'll be like 3 or 4-0 or anything like that. I won't be unrealistic. I'll go for a nice, comfortable 2-0 win in this game tomorrow evening. And, you know, again, puts us in really good stead for Huddersfield. And then if we can get through that, we can go into Leicester, you know, was it 5 wins out of 5 if we beat Huddersfield as well? Yeah, it'd be 5 wins from 5, you know, 15 points out of a possible 15. You know, and as I say, Daniel Farker is doing amazingly with this squad at the minute. Really, really pleased and impressed. And yeah, like I say, guys, a 2-0 win tomorrow night at the Bet365 Stadium, in my opinion. As I said at the beginning, hit me up in the comment section down below with all your thoughts and opinions, your score predictions, your goal scorers, how you think the game will go. And on your way out, if you could smash the like button, that would be appreciated as well. Please subscribe if you are brand new and hit the notification bell. And I'll be back with a brief review of the game after the game tomorrow night. Obviously, I will have work the next morning, so I will get a quick reaction out after the game tomorrow. So make sure that you tune in for that. And make sure that you head over to the TikTok channel as well, where I'll be doing a little brief preview on there after this. I want to hit 1,000 followers on TikTok as soon as possible. So if you're on TikTok and you're active on there, go and check out. It's at Chatting Leeds Vlogs for just some bonus content, really. And yeah, I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you in a bit. Cheers.